Silence in my life until I got this age, and I really knew what it's like. I've always had bronchitis, but like when it get to your head thing, I've never had that. I like to say good afternoon to you, to all my babies out there, and I want you to know if nobody don't love you, I do. And these are all my personal opinions. They don't belong to nobody else but me. And if you choose to listen to them or follow any of them, you on your own. And I just wanted you to know that love your children, love your family. I know some of them ain't worth it. Some of them are a pain in the ass, and they ain't worth to spit out your mouth. But guess what? We are our brother's keepers. Whether we like it or not, I don't care what language it is, what religion, whatever. We are our brother's keepers. And without your family, if you have one, hold on to them. They're worthwhile. It's worthwhile. Don't lock yourself away and be by yourself because it ain't worth it. Believe me, it's not. Now come on, tell mama what's bothering you this week.
Alright, this one's short. Me and my ex broke up last year. We were together for a year. We broke up because he moved to a different state and because he's always asking me for money and he didn't have a job. So he recently called me saying he was in Maryland and he missed me and he will call or text me tomorrow. A few days passed by and I haven't heard from him. So he finally texts me asking me for money. What should I do? I feel like he only hits me up when he needs something. Hope this wasn't too long.
Look, why don't you stop fooling yourself? You know that's what he only needs you for. He only calls you when he needs something from you. And the best thing you could do is go ahead on. Like the man said, keep on moving. That's what you need to do. Keep right on moving. Because you done outgrowed him for one thing. And you see what he's all about. There ain't no sense telling yourself I'm lying to myself. I didn't really see that. All that old carrying on. Look, you seen the truth. Follow that first mind. And go on about your business and be happy. Find yourself somebody worthwhile. Everybody needs somebody at one time in their life. Not all the damn time. Come on with that. Shit. Leeching and pulling on you all the time. What has he done for you lately? He there, you there. You can't even get no ding dang. Come on, you can't get nothing from him. Not even that. You can think about it, but that's about it. It ain't worth it. Tell him, find yourself somebody. Let me know.
I am in a long distance relationship and recently contracted an STD.
Uh-oh.
Before I got into this relationship, I was dealing with one guy, and since I've been in this long distance relationship, I've been faithful. Last month, I went to visit my man, and we did not use any protection whatsoever. This month was time for my annual, and this is when I found out I had an STD. I contacted both my distant lover and the guy I was sleeping with before him and let them know I wasn't pointing fingers. I just want them to go get checked because between them I got an STD. The guy I was dealing with before I got into my long distance relationship tested negative. My distant lover claims he was clean as well. I know damn well I can't give myself an STD. Do you think I should press him? When I just lost my
You should what?
She said, do you think I should press him about seeing his results or leave it as it is? Being I got cured and also made it clear I wasn't upset because it was something I could get rid of. I really am enjoying my man and there has not been any other issues or problems between us. We get along beautiful. It's just my health comes before anything. and I don't want to trust him, then catch something I can't get rid of, because then y'all will be watching me on CNN. Hope your answer will help me decide what to do.
Oh, he a good fuck that, huh? That's what he is. Good fuck, buddy. When you said to yourself, I'm going to you so and so, and you know that stuff is good. Lord, it'll make you dribble at your mouth. But it ain't worth it. If he give you something, let me tell you something. He had to know he had that. When he let you find out on your own, try to run that deal down to you that he don't know what you talking about. And just because y'all getting along, he done ran out there and got a hold of something and didn't know how to tell you. So he let you find out for yourself. Then he stood up there and he still lied to you. You sucker. Cause you thinking with your twaddle. And ain't thinking with your head or the good brains or the good sense that God gave you. You want to think with something else, just like a man always thinking with his third leg. But let me tell you something. It ain't worth it. Because the next time he might bring in something else. And how would you like that? If he loved you, he wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't care if he'd run, who he ran with, and what he did. He wouldn't bring that to you if he honors you and respects you. You don't have to be married to be respected. If you're good to him, you said y'all getting along. You didn't say he was good to you. You said y'all get along. Don't do that to yourself. Or because he's a good ride. Anybody could be a good ride, but do he respect you? Do he love you enough not to bring you nothing? He out there always used something. But he didn't. So obviously he's out there using nothing. So I know he don't know about your other ride. But your other ride came through. He ain't wasn't nothing wrong with him. You've seen his testing. Girl, let that man go. It ain't worth it.
And if her health is that much of a concern, she wouldn't be doing it with no condoms.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Slapped his teeth out.
It says, "Hey, Mama Scorpion, I need your advice on. I need your advice on something. First, I will give you a quick rundown on me. I'm a 26-year-old lesbian film. Well, I don't even know what that is. Okay.
Go ahead.
I have been single for about 2 years by choice because of a bad relationship, and I wanted to get my life back on track. Recently, I have been thinking about one of my ex-girlfriends from the past. We were very young when we met, 19 and 21. It ended because of long distance. She was in college in another state and a stupid argument. At that time, she did ask me to give it another try, but I turned her down because of family issues, and my mother didn't like my lifestyle. So I ended up moving out of my mother's house and got with a woman that was almost twice my age. The relationship didn't work out like many of my past relationships, but now I have been missing what I had in the past. We haven't talked in 4 or more years. I see she is dating some old-looking chick that has a kid, and the girl doesn't even look her type. I know that I am the perfect one for her, smart, goal-oriented, fun, just what she loves. I want to reach out to her, but I don't want to mess something up she has, even though she doesn't look happy. I am thinking to just wait till they break up. What should I do?
Well, cats alone.
No, they irritating with these bells on them. Who put that on there?
I did.
Come on,
Let me tell you something. You don't know when it's going to come around again, when that bus is going to come around again. Opportunity. Put her in the cellar for a minute. Close the door. You don't know when it's going to come around again. She might catch a plane tonight and go to flip. Leave her alone. She ain't got nobody to play with. Leave her alone.
Go ahead.
And you might not ever get that offer again to find out. All it's doing is trying to find out. How do you know whether she's happy or not? You say she don't look happy, but that don't mean she ain't.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't know unless you try. And it's a simple thing as saying I'm not interested. Well, this is something I really don't want to do. And a lot of times when you have something that's in the past and you think you can run back to it and things will be the same, it won't. Nothing is never the same as it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or even 2 years ago. Things do change. So, if you're going after it because of what happened 5 or even, like I said, a couple of years ago, don't do that. You're going after her because you love her and you want to be with her. That's something altogether different. Excuse me, I got this cold. And you're going to do it that way if you choose to. But otherwise, find something new. And you'll be much happier. Just have a little patience. Everybody wants everything to happen right now. That I want it right now. I want it right now. Sometimes you can't have things right now. Sometimes the best things is things that's been waited on. And like, you get that dough. And the whole time they need that dough and keep working at it. Working at it, working at it, working at it. And when it come all right and you make them biscuits or you make them that rolls and they come up, Lord, that's how life is sometimes. You gotta work at it. So work at it. Sometimes you need to be by yourself. Some people are scared of being by themselves. Still scared of the dark. You're grown and you're still scared of the dark. You don't have to be that way. Give yourself some time. You're young. Let me know how it work out for you.
I am almost 50 and childless because I had no interest in being a single parent. I recently became foster parent to my sister's grandchildren, and I'm going through the adoption process to keep them in the family. This has been a serious disruption in my life because I no longer can come and go as I please. My sister has drug issues which kept her from being eligible to take them. I love the kids to death and do plan to go through with the adoption, but I truly resent the change in my lifestyle. I would appreciate any advice you can give and would love to know how you handle...
Well, who in the hell do you think you are? Who do you think that your life can't be turned around? Let me tell you, that can happen to anybody. You are your brother's keeper, sister's keeper, aunt, uncle, or whoever it may be. God chose you. You are the one. What was you doing with your life before? Was you doing anything great? Did you climb any mountains? Jump out of any airplanes? Well, honey, you're going to jump out some airplanes and you're going to climb many a mountain now. Because God gave you, 3 of them? He gave you a responsibility. And they need to be loved. Their life's been turned around. They don't know which way they're going and who to trust. And they need to have somebody to trust them. And if you don't want them in your heart, you don't want them in your life, they'll know it. Because they'll feel it. They don't need you to hurt them any more than they've already been hurt. They're part of your family and you want to love them, love them. Everybody needs to be loved. Even your Heavenly Father. Cut that out. Your life turned around. Now you're going to do something. That's the biggest job in the whole wide world, is to raise another human being. And to have 3 of them, that's a big job. He gave you a big job to do. Let's see what you're going to do with that. You resent it. Come on. He gave you a challenge. See if you can meet up to it.
And let me know about it.
Let me know about it.
I'm a 25-year-old woman and I am in love with a beautiful woman. We've been together almost 2 years. We got engaged on Valentine's Day of this year. I've never been so happy in my life. My mom doesn't know that we are engaged. My mom doesn't know we are even together. My mom knows her and loves her. Wait a minute. I guess she meant fiance. My fiance thinks my mom doesn't know that I am a lesbian, but when I was in high school, I told her that I was a lesbian. I only had one boyfriend in life, but sometimes my mom says that she is my girlfriend, and then sometimes she says she is my friend. My fiance says that I need to sit down and tell her that I am a lesbian. FYI, I told my whole family about her, even my uncle, which is a pastor in the church. Do you think I should sit down and tell my mom, or should I keep living my life and not worrying about it?
Well, that's up to you. But you should make her realize the truth so that you don't have to feel embarrassed. Let me tell you something. It's a hard thing sometimes for parents to open their arms to their kids when their kids don't be what they want them to be. I want you to be straight. I want you to have only a woman, or I want you to have only a man. I want you to be heterosexual. And it don't work out that way. And then we chase them away from us. Because we're embarrassed. Because it didn't turn out that way. But your babies are your babies. You brought them here in this world. And this is not a fair place to be. It never have and it never will be. And you gotta love them the best way you can. So tell her again. If she chooses to close it out, then let her. If that's the way she can handle it, fine. You know. And go ahead. Let her know what's going on. Let her know what's happening. And she still chooses to close it out, there's not too much you can do about that. She's going to handle it in her way, just like you handle it in your way. You say everybody in your family knows about it, so what's the thing? Just go ahead and talk to mom like you usually do. And see what happens. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. You know, don't blow it out of shape. You can do that. Let me know.
Alright. My little sister is 19 years old and I am her older brother. I recently noticed that my little sister has been writing a guy in jail and he has been sending back letters. I got nosy and began reading the letters without her knowing. I know this is wrong, but some of the stuff I find in these letters were very alarming. I know if I didn't want to know what they was talking about, I should have left it alone. But now I know and I am concerned. I am not her dad, but I feel obligated to set her straight before it's too late. This young man is a drug dealer with 2 kids by 2 different women. My sister apparently told him she wants to have his baby. Surprising, I know. He was living with his parents before being arrested and is 5 years older than my sister. He is also one of those jailhouse converts, and I will not allow my sister to abandon Jesus for a scarf and a promise and a baby. I am feeling very conflicted. I'm not sure if I should confront him, her, or keep it to myself. Just the thought of my sister having a baby by an unemployed felon who already has 2 children he can't take care of makes me extremely angry. I don't know if she is just entertaining him or serious. How should I handle this?
Well, for one thing, that's not your coochie. That's your sister's. You can't tell her how to work it, use it, or anything else. Yes, sometimes people say things they ain't got no business saying, especially to somebody younger and naive, like your sister. It's all right to school her on things, but you can't run her life, nor can you live through her. No, you don't have no dad, but give her the advice that she needs, but don't try to run her life because you'll run her away from you. You don't want to do that. You want to remain in her life, active in her life, to let her know that that you love her, and even though you're her brother, you want to take care of her, and you don't want nobody to hurt her or disappoint her. But she's gonna have her disappointments in life. The story that you tell about him and these two kids, and the life that he's living. He got locked up for something, and she needs to make up her mind what she wants to do. I think she should leave the whole thing alone, personally, myself. But then again, we all have to have experiences. We have our ups and our downs. If you ask for trouble, you're going to get trouble. You're going to bite off more than you could chew. And like I said, that's not your coochie. And you can't control it. So the best thing for you to do, you say a little something to her. You ain't got to tell her all of it. Just say a little, like I see you getting these little letters from blah, 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 blah. You ain't got to say what's in them. You know how some of these people are, this and that. You know how to be subtle. And just let her know. That's not a wise thing to do. She out there, she free. And to go ahead and live her life. She don't need that's just like being in a car and having cans hanging on the back of your ass. As you go down the street, ding dong 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 dong. Everybody know you're coming. Everybody know here comes so-and-so. She got that traffic back there. Go on, live your life, girl. You too young. Tell her in a nice way. Tell her in a nice way. You're her brother, not her man.
I'll keep this brief. I've had an anger issue since I was a teenager. My anger doesn't cause me. My anger doesn't cause me to fight anyone else. I keep a lot of it inside, and it ends up hurting me more than anyone else. I've gotten a lot better over the years through therapy, but it's always a struggle. Do you have any advice for someone like me who struggles with anger? Any suggestions on how to overcome this problem?
Yeah. Get with kids who have a right to be angry, who've been disappointed, been beaten, bullied. No one to hold their hand. No one to say, I love you regardless of what you look like or who you are. The color of your skin, the clothes you wear. Learn how to direct that anger another way. Get it out of yourself. Let it all hang out. Don't be scared to let go. Just let it go. But let it go in a better direction with somebody who really needs you. Because there are kids out there who really, 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 really need you. They need to know that they're loved and somebody wants to help them. Somebody's willing to work to turn their lives around and willing to sit and listen. A lot of times it's not what you do. It's just sitting and listening. Paying attention to what is being said to you. Because we're always, yeah. So you said so-and-so, that. But you're not listening. I found the greatest things in my life that made me feel good was when people listen to what I say. You don't have to always do nothing about it, but to listen and to understand what is being said to you about whatever it may be. But I'm telling you, you can get rid of that anger. Don't stand up there and tell me I'm the biggest man in the whole wide world. Direct that anger. Direct it. Give it to somebody. And in that way, they'll be able to pass it on. And they'll be talking about you 40, 50 years from now. I met this person and so, and he showed me the way. He talked to me. He was my mentor. Patience. Give it to somebody else. Let it go. And let me know what happened.
Alexa, I am in need of some advice since you keep it real. I figure you would tell me what I need to hear. I'm 30 years old and I've been in a relationship going on 5 years. He cheated a few times in the first 2.5 years, one time at my home. I ended up taking him back. The problem is I feel there is no growth. He has a major attitude problem and gets mad very easily. The problem is he's been out of work since November. While employed, we would split the household bill. Now he gives me less than $100 a month to help with all the bills. I am trying to be considerate with him being unemployed, but his attitude is really getting to me. I also do hair from my home. Due to him not liking company, I only do hair 3 times a week. Had to sneak and do people hair on my off days just to keep him from fussing. He's still not satisfied. He fusses constantly and sometimes punches the wall. He's the type to carry an argument over the next day, like how you mad Monday morning, then Tuesday night still upset and fussing. He does nothing in the house but dump the trash and wash the dishes maybe 2 times a week, but will point out everything that's out of place. I work, pay the bills, cook, help my daughter with her homework, do grocery, clean, and he nags. I feel like I am almost to my breaking point. What should I do? Also, the sex is basic. He doesn't do oral. I'm an attractive female that's afraid to be single, so I settle for what I'm dealing with.
You didn't say nothing about being married. I ain't hear no wedding bells or anything like that. You ain't gotta take that shit. I mean, come on, if you're doing your part, he can't join in. He's feeling sorry for himself, but he's not trying hard enough. I mean, everybody at one time or another loses a job. Hell, I've done that. It ain't no hard thing doing that. Any damn body can lose a job. And it can stay lost for a long damn time if you get used to it. You be out there looking for it. So you say. You won't come and give me a damn $100 for the damn bill. You know how much electricity is. And gas. Water bill. I mean, come on. Then you got to buy food. And you gonna throw something at me like a dog with a bone? I don't think so. Then when I say something, I got to sneak and do here to make money, to keep this joint going. Then you want to ride me about that? It's time for you to leave. If you don't like the shit to go down, get your stuff and adios, amigos. You don't need that. Ain't that some shit? Girl, you're better than I am. You're better than me. He don't treat you like that. He got nerve to act like he's jealous. No, I'm telling you. Either get himself together or get himself a job. Look for a job instead of laying up and telling that lie that he's looking for something. He ain't looking for nothing. He looking for the next corner he could sit in, or the next lie he could find. You know, girl, go ahead home. You don't need nobody to make you miserable. You can do that by yourself.
The next one is titled Mother-in-Law Woes. My husband and I are a younger couple. We're still newlyweds and we're thinking about starting a family in a few years once we finish college. We live in a different state from his mother, but unfortunately her trouble still seems to find its way in our home. I believe his mother is prejudiced against black people. She carries a negative spirit and is constantly in drama. Without going into a whole spill about the racist things she said to my biracial husband or the way she always made him feel incompetent, I will tell you that I do not want this woman in my life. My husband is slowly starting to see how she's not out for his better interests, but he's been very passive about confronting her and demanding her to change her ways. I've expressed the way I felt about her and the things she done to him, and he's aware that I do not want her around or in our future children. I realize it seems and sounds harsh, but this is the way I feel. I don't think it's appropriate to confront her because the situation may result to violence, and I don't want to hurt my husband any more than our lack of relationship already has. I don't want his passive response to her to later escalate to a fist fight or a big blowout between me and him. Is there a way I can get my husband to talk to her and make her understand her actions are affecting us? Do you think it's wrong that I don't want my future children around her negativity?
What the hell makes you think he don't already know that? That's his mama, ain't it? You think he don't know her after all these years? You think what you think he putting up with? He done hooked up with you, a black chick. You know, you're out of your realm. For one thing, that's what you got. You got so much on your plate to deal with. After all, he loves his mama too. Just like you love your mama. You know, how you gonna be a man enough to stand up there and say, mama, I don't want to hear this from you. He want to still be mama's boy. And your boy too. Come on now. Give the man a break. Anything that go down between you and her, cut it by herself. You know, nice nasty. Nice nasty. Catch it by herself. And let her know. He's your man. And I'll take him out of here. Now, if we can't live with him, you don't want to live with us, I can make it so that we can vanish out of here and go about our business. Now, how you want it? Let me tell you something. Women know how to deal with other women. You don't know how to deal with her because she's a white woman? Huh? And you black? Deal with her like you do on any other place. Job, in the street, move over. Make room for me. Now we could both share this. Or somebody gonna lose. Ain't got to stand there and argue with him in front of his mother and all. Catch it by herself. Let mama know. That's your rainbow he riding on. You know what I mean? You don't want to be there, you ain't got to be there. Go somewhere else.
Alright. This one says, a few weeks ago I shared my story with you about me sleeping with my manager's husband by mistake. Thank you for the advice. I did follow your advice. I stayed quiet and things were fine. It was awkward not being able to tell her about her husband. You know what they say, what's done in the dark always come to light. Apparently, a rumor has surfaced around the office about her husband having an affair with another woman. However, that rumor has now evolved into having sex with multiple women and men.
Uh-oh.
When the rumor started, I immediately got myself checked out for any STDs. Thank God nothing was given to me. Even though we play safely, you can never be too sure.
All right.
The rumors are starting to get heavy, and I'm not even sure how it started. Each day it feels like one day my name is going to get tossed up into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what to do. What is worse is that my manager has been confiding in me about how her now newly emerged issues with her husband. I feel terrible. Please help me. I've already started looking for a new job with a few interviews lined up.
Girl, like I said, keep your mouth shut. You don't know nothing, you ain't seen nothing, you ain't heard nothing. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Yeah, girl, say what? Who told you that? Oh my God. He did what? Oh my gosh. I feel so sorry for them. Look, let me tell you something. You ain't in it. You ain't seen nothing like I said, and you ain't heard nothing. Stay out of it. You got me feel guilty. Everybody else in the whole joint probably feel guilty too. Probably ran with all of them too. Just mind your own business. Be cool. You'll be alright. That too shall pass. Just watch who you do your thing with.
Hold on. I think we ran through a lot of them. This one says, I am the female that wrote the disrespectful grandmother letter. I have moved to Washington State. They are back in Minnesota. I have not spoken to them. I'm a full-time student and a full-time worker. I am living on my own and have my own apartment. Thanks for the advice. This one says, this is the last one. This one says, I'm following up like you requested. Your advice was not that helpful, probably because I didn't clearly state that this situation is between two gay men, me being one of them. I decided not to try your advice simply because I believe that sexual chemistry should come on its own. I can't teach sexy. I did talk to him about the problem. Oh, this is about the one where he said he didn't smell good or something like that. I can't teach sexy. I did talk to him about the problem, and he said something I kind of figured but didn't want to offend him. He's a virgin. All the more reason to leave him alone. I just couldn't with him. We decided to remain friends, and we've still been talking every day since then. Also, I have not been completely honest. Another reason why I want to end it is because there is someone else, my ex, practically my first love. He's been coming back to Memphis from Germany, and he's coming back to Memphis from Germany in May. It was a 3-year relationship that ended because I didn't want to play army partner and put my life on hold. It's quite obvious I don't do well with change in my love life. I'm not in love with him anymore, and I didn't keep in touch because the virgin had my attention and it didn't seem right. However, I did some long hard thinking, and I do want to give him another shot. Reason being, the love we had is familiar to me. We had an understanding that I don't want to work on anyone else. He wants this relationship, and obviously I do too. Everything that feels right is not a smart idea. Should I make an assumption and backtrack?
I don't know who you want. Yeah, from the way you putting it, whether you want what's going on now or what you had before. Like I said, a lot of things you had 4 or 5 years ago don't always mean it's going to be the same if you get back with that person. It's going to be the same way. Don't always come out that way. Because that other person has been through all kinds of different experiences and things before they came back to you. So naturally it's not going to be the same. So you want to drop the virgin, huh? You ain't want to be bothered with the other one because you're a virgin? Huh? Well, I think I would rather deal with the virgin than go back to what used to be. At least the virgin, you can train them to your ways and take your time with them and show them what's right, how to do things. You'd be surprised what you could come out with. Maybe there could be a love affair there after all. You know, think about it.
Alright, we're going to wrap this up with Mother's Day being on Sunday. I think you should tell them a little bit about your mom.
Who mom?
Yours.
My mother?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, child. Oh, Maxie. My mother's name was Maxine. We got along pretty good. We had no whole lot of arguments and nothing like that. She had a hard life. She worked all her life. Yeah. Yeah.
They want to see it.
That's old Maxie. This is Maxie.
The way you holding it.
Hold it up in front of you so I can zoom in. Okay.
Sweet, quiet person. Woo. She could eat like a lumberjack. Wasn't a big person. No, didn't gain a pound. Laugh. Had a great big old laugh. You could hear her upstairs. You'd be on the first floor. You could hear her on the second or third floor laughing. And she was a sweet person. If she could help you, she would help you. She would sit down and she would listen. She got 9 sisters. Family 18. She had 9 sisters. She was the oldest of all the girls, but she was the oldest. And different ones came to her when they had a problem. And if she could help them out, she would. And I remember me and my mom, we had an argument one time. We argued over these shoes. I was going to high school. I went to Hallahan. And I had saved up these money from babysitting, from this, from that, eating, saving up money from lunch, not buying lunch tokens and things like that, you know, till I had $5. But the shoes I wanted was $10. I had $5 and the shoes I was wearing was getting pretty rhymed over. Well, my mother was the type person, she was working. She worked in the morning, come home, lay down, and then she'd go to work in the evening. So we didn't see too much of each other. And my life, basically, I was running it all, not completely by myself, but running it basically by myself. And I asked her if she could help me out to get these shoes. Well, I guess I must have caught her at a bad moment. And, she got to carrying on about the cost of this and the cost of that, you know. And I exploded. Oh, Lord have mercy. I always had a mouth like a firecracker. Oh, I had a fit. Asked her who did she think she was. I said, man, I could see it if I wasn't trying to help myself. I got half the money. All I need is you to give me half of it. I ain't asked you for the whole thing. Oh, I just went on and on and on. So I finally got to her feelings and this and that. She jumped up and ran upstairs and was crying. So my uncle, he was there at the time, and he wanted to know what was going on, what was we down there arguing, carrying on. And I told him, well, that ain't no way to talk to your mother. That's your mother. You supposed to love her. This. And I said, I ain't got love. Ain't got nothing to do with this. I need a pair of shoes. And I'm tired of wearing these ran over shoes. So, after a while, she come back downstairs. I was sitting downstairs in the kitchen. She come back downstairs and she put the $5 on the table. She gave me the $5. She said, give me the $5. She apologized. She said, I thought about what you said. She said, and I know you was telling the truth. She said, but just other things was on my mind. Things was bothering me. And she said, and I know I didn't have no right. I wasn't trying to take it out on you, but just that's how it came out that way, you know. And believe it or not, that was the last argument me and my mom ever had. We didn't argue with each other after that. Because I wasn't trying to hurt her feelings. But I loved her so. She was all God gave to me. I had no sisters. I had no brothers. I had no father. And she always kept a candy jar at a nightstand. Mary Jane's. The candy that they give you now, you can't even see a little piece of candy now. Mary Jane's was sick. And they were, one Mary Jane was like that. They were a penny. And she kept them filled with Mary Jane's. You could always go back there on her table if you had a taste for some kind of candy and get Mary Jane's, because she loved Mary Jane's. She loved Mary Jane's. You could fill it up with Mary Jane's. And my daughter loved them. She put them there, and my daughter go back there and she get them. And she eat them. I think I didn't know about it. All stickied up. She come back to me all stickied up. But you got your mother, love her. And she may not be what you want her to be. May not be the best mother in the world, because let me tell you one thing, we all make mistakes. And y'all don't come with a book on instructions. You make it day by day on your own. You try to follow your grandmother or your mother's advice, or you people that you meet advice on trying how to raise your children. But sometimes you get it right and sometimes you don't. But we ask you to forgive us for the times that we don't. And love them anyhow, because that's all God gave us. Sometimes we have to be mothers to people we don't even know who they are or where they came from. But like I said, everybody needs somebody. I don't care who you are, who you think you are. And in this universe, we all need mothers. And we all, just like we all need fathers. We're always hollering about fathers. Yes, mothers have to do the job. They have a very, very hard job to do. So you love your mother, regardless of what you may think of her. Pray for her if she's not right the way you want her to be. Pray for her. Everybody needs prayer. Even I need prayer. I mean, hey, pray for me. You know, make it better. And you better push them buttons too. I ain't forgot. See that you watching me now. I'm giving you my love. I want some love too. I want you to give me some love too. Show me how much you love me. Watch my program. It ain't all that hard to do. You know. But it's a special day with your mother. I mean, you only get one. Only get one. Love them now. Tell them you love them now. Don't sink it in your mind and be scared to say it. So what? Don't be scared of being hurt if they don't say back the right response to you. when you say, Mama, I love you. Put your arms around me, give me a hug and a kiss. Because we have a hard job to do. We got to pay the bills, buy the food, cook the food, clean up behind it, wash the clothes. This and that. You know, that's a big job. Everybody's sitting there on their ass looking. Hey, help us out sometimes. You know, let me wash them dishes for you, Mom. Is there anything I can help you do? You work together, hand in hand. We do need your help. Stop thinking about your own self. Like some fat, lazy people that I know.
Kevin,
Nina.
You know.
your brother Sam.
I love you all, and I wish you all a happy, happy Mother's Day. May you have many, 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 many more.